Hey guys, Shannon Bell here, the director of the agency. We are excited because it's that time of the year, or I should say I am excited because it's that time of the year for reviews. I look forward to reviews every single year because this is my time to be able to take a look at what your kids are doing, how you guys are taping, how your child's progressing. So I really, when I'm talking about a kid, I really feel like I can talk about them with confidence. I'm not the one that watches your tapes all the time. You might be thinking, why am I having to do this? We self-tape once a week. If you're self-taping for commercials, those obviously go to our commercial agent, and for prints, obviously goes to our print agent, and I'm not the one reviewing those. And they are so busy, they don't always have time to give you the feedback that's needed. So this is my chance to be able to see what you guys are doing, lay my eyes on those kiddos of yours, and to be able to give you the feedback that you've probably been wanting. So here are the things that I look for when doing a review. So I'm looking over here because my notes are over here. But the first thing I'm looking for is to make sure that your video is horizontal. Probably one of the number one mistakes people make is to tape vertically and not horizontal. So I want to make sure that you're taping horizontal, that your headroom that your cropping is, there's a little bit of headroom here and it crops right about the chest. So this is why, this is the way you want to do it. The reason for this though, when you're taping vertical versus horizontal and it shows up on the casting director's computer, your child is only so big. When you do it this way, they really get to see the expressions in the eyes and really get a feel for you. So you want to make sure that you're taping that you're taping vertically as well as your cropping is right. You want to have a clean background. Obviously we're in the office today, so I have the background. Sometimes you have to videotape from a hotel room, and I'm using the natural light from the window. You guys can do the same thing if you're traveling. Just make sure you've got some kind of device that you travel with that will hold your phone. So this is my background. Though yes, you're seeing Camille in the background, and if other people are on over, I am okay as long as it's just really clean. The goal is, if you can, find a really good white wall or a color wall that looks good on you at your house. That's really great, because then it's less things distracting, because you're probably looking behind me going, what's going on behind her? This is a good reason why not to have a busy background, right? You want the focus to be on your child and their audition. You've got to remember, when people are looking at these audition tapes, they don't watch most of the time all the way through, unless there's something that grabs them that makes them want to, because they've got a lot to get through. So they're going click, click, because they're trying to get through them. So you want to give them no reason to be like, oh, and not want to keep watching. Okay, so make sure your background's clean, that you're doing it in the right direction, and you're giving just the right headroom where they really can get a feel for your face. The other thing is, it's amazing how many times I watch a tape and somebody didn't even brush their hair beforehand. Like, really make sure your kid looks put together, that they're not in their pajamas, that they have shoes on. A lot of people do auditions without shoes on. Put shoes on, dress head to toe, because often they'll ask for a pullback and then we see feet and there's no shoes. So put your shoes on. You always want to stand. Your energy changes when you have a seat. When you're seated, you don't project quite as well as you do when you're standing. So make sure your child's standing. Eye contact. For just the review for commercial and print, the only thing that I'm asking you guys to do is to tell me a quick story, and I haven't decided what that story is going to be yet. I'd like for it to be, it could be a vacation story. I need it to be short, about 10 seconds. Or a time that you were really happy. I'll try to come up with something. So read the email, follow the instructions, but it's not so much that I'm trying to figure out where to go on vacation next. If I ask, tell me where your favorite vacation is. I'm just trying to get a feel for your child's personality, right? Those things are done right to the camera. So you want to make sure your eye contact's right to camera. If you are auditioning for TV and film, because this is that time of the year, I'm going to attach some scripts. If your kid's been in some acting classes and you're like, I want to give this a shot, let's see where we are. We'd love for you to self-tape. We'll give you feedback for that also, and we'll let you know if we feel like your kid is ready for this. So we're going to attach those. You can find the script that seems to fit your child best. Do not feel like you have to. That's only if you feel like your child is ready to do this. They've been in some acting classes, working on their craft, and then so now's the time to audition for that. Otherwise, so when you're TV and film, you're going to look, you never break the fourth wall is what it's calling, so you never look directly at the camera. You either look to the right or to the left, whoever's talking, right? Because you would be talking to that person, so that would be happening over here. So we will be looking at eye contact. We're going to be looking, are you grounded? Is it believable? All of those things are really important. It's not just can your kid memorize the script, but can they deliver it in a way that you're drawn in? You feel like it's a real thing happening, even though obviously it's a script. And then the other thing we're looking for is overreacting. We want to make sure you don't overreact. For TV and film, that's being grounded. For commercials and print, it's if you have, especially, I have boy-girl twins, as most of you know, who are now 21, almost 22, but they were 5 and 6 and 7, obviously, at some point. And my son is a fidgeter. I retired him at 5. He couldn't stand still. He just didn't have that. And we need to know that. So I'm looking, does your child have control over their body, but are they still able to give a personality in the slate? So I'm not looking for them to stand perfectly still and to be able to talk to me about something about like this, where it's really dry. I want to get to know them. I want to feel like they're talking to me. But I do want to know that they've got control of their body. If they're jumping around and making it crazy, it's like, a client's not going to book them, because that's probably what they're going to be on set. So it's really important for us to be able to have those dialogues of what we feel like your child's capable of and what we don't. So the review really allows me the chance to really see where your kid is today. All right, I look forward to getting the tapes. The deadline will be August 31st. If you are auditioning for TV and film, if you need an extension because you want to work with a coach, all you have to do is email me and ask me for an extension. Otherwise, everything's due August 31st. Looking forward to seeing them.